Welcome to another Estelle Gold Project presentation, where Nova Minerals is developing North America's next major gold trend in Alaska. And today we'll be discussing the 2023 RPM North drilling results. The Estelle Gold Project, 35-kilometer long mineralized corridor. The company holds over 500 square kilometers of claims, numerous opportunities across the property, including, of course, Corbell to the north, RPM to the south, where we have our resources, and then our main exploration areas in the center of the project at Stony and Train. But today, we'll be focused on the 2023 resource drilling results, zooming right in to the RPM area, where, of course, to date, we have two zones that we've defined resources, RPM North and RPM South. And the main focus today is on RPM North. Here's the current drilling at RPM, and you can see these drill intercept highlights coming from RPM North here. This is the area we're really focused on today. Previous drilling intercepted in RPM 005, 400 meters at 3.5 grams per ton, including 132 meters at 10.1 grams per ton. RPM 15, 258 meters at 5.1 grams per ton, including 117 meters at 11.1 grams per ton. And I could go on and on. These type of spectacular drill intercepts have been repeated over and over. Focusing on this year's drilling, these black traces are this year's drilling. And we really have three zones that we've been working on at RPM. RPM North, okay, of course, which is the focus of today, but also RPM South, which we've previously reported drill results, and then RPM Valley here, which is upcoming in future news announcements. But at RPM North, the latest 2023 drill results include RPM 056, where we have 152 meters at 2.3 grams per ton, including 98 meters at 3.4 grams per ton, 32 meters at 8.7 grams per ton. RPM 57, 211 meters at 3.2 grams per ton, including 120 meters at 5 grams per ton and 63 meters at 9 grams per ton. And RPM 61, where we have 162 meters at 1.6 grams per ton, including 74 meters at 2.5 grams per ton. So these are just some of the highlights that we've chosen to show that these type of thick, broad intercepts continue at RPM in the latest drilling. And what we've really been focused on this year is the main bonanza zone that we've previously identified is here. This area here, the previous drilling really focused on. And with this year's drilling, we've been looking up dip here and down dip here in these drill holes. And the results and the intercepts that we'll show you shows that we've had success in this with these drill holes to find up dip and down dip extensions that will prove up the resource and expand the resource, we believe, in the next mineral resource update. This shows you the resource classification of the current resource model, measured and indicated material focused right around that RPM North Bonanza high-grade core. And you can see that this year's drilling has drilled up dip of that material to prove up some of these resources and expand that bonanza zone, which I believe, and you can see from these results here, has been quite a successful endeavor. And also down dip again, down here. Because recall, the remainder of the resource remains inferred, these blue blocks. And you can see certainly this year's drilling will prove up some of these inferred blocks, as well as you can see we're outside of the existing resource. So that'll add ounces, add resources of decent grade material. And then also not so clear on from this view, but down dip, you can also see that we're outside of the resource. So that'll expand the resource as well, down dip. In this image is the 1 gram per ton grade shell. And you can see that even at such a very high cutoff grade, the central core bonanza zone at RPM holds together very nice, very broad, very continuous, even at that very high cutoff grade. This year's drilling shows that there's potential to expand that high grade shell in the next resource iteration. Up dip here, which is outside of that current 1 gram per ton shell. So that's looking to expand, as well as, again, down dip here, and also through the center of the ore body, down here in the core. You can see there's good mineralization even outside of that 1 gram per ton grade shell. So that all bodes well for resource upside. Now, spinning around, looking west, kind of up at the ore body, once again, you can see our drilling up dip outside of the existing resource. Here, this hole, this is drill hole 65, and you can see just the spectacular thick intercept there in drill hole 65. And here's some of the results. Drill hole 65, as I pointed out here, 314 meters at 1.9 grams per ton, including 118 meters at 3.9 grams per ton. Up dip, here we have holes 57 and 56, which show that there is up dip extensions to the mineralization, as well as the lower portions of those holes are drilled and confirm that really high grade bonanza zone here, 32 meters at 8.7, and in hole 57, 211 meters at 3.2, starting from the surface. And then when you get lower down into the hole, 79 meters at 7.4, 63 meters at 9 grams per ton. Also on hole 56, starting from the surface, 152 meters at 2.3 grams per ton. That's this material up here, which will provide resource upside. But very exciting are these holes at depth. And you can see we found a down dip extension. Particularly what excites us is what we've seen here in hole 59. This, from the bonanza zone and the current resource extents, this is over 100 meters down dip of the current resource. And what we see there is 50 meters at 1.4 grams down depth. So what we believe we've identified there is an ore shoot that we will look to be following up in future drilling programs. And if that ore shoot continues at depth, there is certainly underground potential in the future here at RPM. So there is a down dip extension. Very exciting. Zooming in, looking at the resource classifications again, measured and indicated. And you can see that the current drilling here is outside of that measured and indicated portion. Of course, all of this material up dip outside of the measured and indicated portion, and down dip here at hole 59, 50 meters at 1.4, all outside measured and indicated. So the measured and indicated portion in the next mineral resource update is looking to, from this data, is looking to grow. It's currently at 340,000 ounces at an average grade of 2.3 grams per ton, the measured and indicated portion here. And we believe that number will increase significantly in the next mineral resource update, just based on this data that we're seeing here. And here's the inferred. And of course, some of this material in the center of the ore body is in the inferred portion, so that'll be proved up to measured and indicated. And then, but what's really exciting again, hole 59 down here, outside of the existing resource, 100 meters down dip, and remains wide open at depth. And then, of course, the upper portion up dip here, looking to prove up some of those inferred resource, but also outside of the existing resource. All positive for resource upside. Once again, the 1 gram per ton, very high cutoff grade shell, and all the drilling that we've highlighted today is outside of that current shape. And so when we regenerate that shape on the new resource model upcoming in 2024, that volume of that 1 gram per ton material is set to grow. Again, here, up dip, this is looking north. Here, all along the middle portion of the deposit, outside with this drilling in hole 59 and 65, and then the really exciting down dip extension down here in hole 59. So that's RPM 2023 RPM North resource drilling results. Very positive in terms of resource upside. And all that drilling was located approximately here in RPM North. RPM South is here, and the valley is here. Now, in terms of the greater RPM area, there is potential for further resource upside outside of the existing drilling area. Notice here, we've done some sampling along the ridge. There's a good anomaly there. Here as well. And so in the RPM area, future upside exists in terms of more of these higher grade ore bodies, and we intend to follow those up. And then as a last comment, I'll just take you 6.5 kilometers to the north to our Train exploration area. And Train, you can see on this image, Train just really lights up, numerous targets there at Train. Of course, there's the Train area, prospect proper. There's the Trumpet area here, Shoeshine, Shadow, Discovery, and then the very exciting Muddy Creek area, which the previous news release for the company was focused on that very high grade Muddy Creek area. So in terms of project wide resource upside, certainly at RPM, but also at Train, where we not only have high grade gold, but also antimony, silver, and copper there as well, potential at Train. And with that, I thank you. The Estelle Gold Project, a district scale project. When it comes to future mining, will be out here for decades. And I look forward to the next update of RPM Valley drilling results.